I love this story that Coke and Nike are not all that thrilled about not using slave labor in China. There's a bill that's being proposed that would crack down on products being made by forced labor, by slave labor in China, and Coke and Nike are fighting that bill. New York Times reported Sunday that the two companies have joined several others in an effort to put pressure on Congress to, quote, weaken a bill that would ban imported goods made with forced labor in China's Xinjiang region, unquote. The Uyghur Forced Labor Prevention Act has bipartisan support in Congress. It's designed to ban certain goods that are produced in China with the aid of forced labor, particularly at the expense of religious minorities like the Uyghur Muslims. And Coke and Nike don't want that to go through. Its passage would also force corporations to place their own supply chains under a microscope in order to ensure that they're avoiding suppliers who utilize that kind of labor.
Interesting.
And again, as we mentioned yesterday, Colin Kaepernick, you're the face of Nike who's using forced labor? Huh. Kind of selective in his human rights advocacy, isn't he?
I mean, these corporations are really struggling now. You know, Coke and Nike have, their slave labor in China. I just read a big expose on the palm oil slave workers.
Palm oil?
And in Southeast Asia. I mean, it's just incredible.
Do we use a lot of palm oil?
In everything.
It's in everything. Okay.
It's in everything.
It's one of those products that we don't know we're using, but we're using.
Yes, and some companies don't tell you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, we might use it. It might be in some of our stuff, but that's confidential. That's confidential.
Is that legal to say it's confidential?
Well, it's confidential.
I thought they had
product. to. It's our product. We make it. We don't want you to know.
Everybody has to list their ingredients, don't they? I thought that was a thing, like a law, a regulation.
Talk to the colonel about his 11 herbs and spices, my friend. Okay,
that's true.
Okay,
that's true. Although we once did a thing where we called Kentucky Fried Chicken locations and asked them. We called 11 locations and asked them for one ingredient each.
So you got
how'd that work out?
We got salt, pepper, paprika.
Oh, all right, good.
And I can't remember the other 8, but I think we got all 11 of the secret herbs and spices.
And you didn't write it down?
We didn't write it down, no.
I mean, how many opportunities are you going to get in life?
I don't know.
To capture all 11 herbs and spices. Man, you dropped the ball for humanity.
It really did. We really did. We were looking for comedy and not for the betterment of the world.
Yeah.
Well, that's a shame.
It was selfish of us. Yeah, it was very selfish of us.
But anyway, these corporations are they all look the other way because it's worth millions of dollars.
Yeah. Right? I mean, they're getting their product created, manufactured cheaply, and then they sell it for a handsome profit here. Yeah. It's good for them. So why wouldn't they want slave labor? Well, I don't know. Maybe because you don't want people in slavery? You don't want people enslaved?
Of course we don't.
You don't want people mistreated, abused.
Of course we're against it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just silly to think that we're not.
But we're not so against it that we would allow this legislation to go through.
We don't have any control about what happens over there.
That's probably the excuse.
Absolutely.
Just turn a blind eye to it all. And that's what they're doing.
And that's exactly what they do.
So, wonderful things are happening in China.